At least 82 people have been killed after a gas explosion ripped through a coal mine in China's Shanxi province. More than 240 miners were underground. 128 injured people have now been taken to hospital, with 4 of them in a critical condition. Only 33 people made it out safely. Hundreds of rescuers are now searching for 2 missing miners. President Xi Jinping has called for all-out efforts to treat the injured and ordered an investigation. Our correspondent Hu Chao reports.
According to local officials, so far, all the injured miners, more than 100 of them, have all been transferred from the county-level hospitals to the city-level hospitals for further medical treatment. And some of them, those with minor injuries, have already been allowed to return home after receiving basic medical treatment. Doctors say most of the injured miners have suffered from exposure to toxic gas so far. They have been receiving a hyperbaric oxygen therapy. Also, the National Health Commission has deployed personnel to arrive at the scene, assist with the rescue and medical treatment. Right now, the rescue work is still underway, involving 7 teams helping with the rescue, medical treatment, and other kinds of work. They have been carrying out search and rescue operations in batches underground. Experts say the rescue is now facing some challenges as water has accumulated near the explosion site, making the rescue more difficult, and some of the tunnels also need to restore ventilation. So experts are now working on a new rescue plan, trying to handle these problems as quickly as possible. The State Council investigation team says they will make a high-level investigation into the details of the cause of this tragedy. This coal mine company is a private, according to local officials. People in charge of this company have already been placed under police control.
Our correspondent Jen Copestake is following the story. You travelled to this part of China. Just tell us more about the region and the coal mining industry.
Yeah, Shanxi really is one of the energy provinces, a powerhouse for China, especially when it comes to coal production. There are just over a quarter of all coal produced in China comes from this province, and I travelled there just recently in the last few months with our correspondent Hu Chao, who was just on air, and we really could see it everywhere in the hilly landscape. And I remember discussing that with her. The coal infrastructure is just dotted everywhere, from these large smokestacks to bright blue pipelines that really run for hundreds of kilometers. These coal transportation lines stretching across the countryside. They're carrying a mix of coal and water directly from the mines to the power plants in the region. Now, that's a cleaner and more efficient way to move coal, but we also saw it moving. You see these giant trucks that are moving coal. It really is part of the landscape when you're in Shanxi. Now, the 5-year plan that China's recently been discussing includes coal still as an important part of its energy plans, but its role is changing because, as we know, China is moving from coal to being an energy support of the grid, which will become much more reliant on renewable energy. Now, crucially, there's also a major push to make mining safer using new technology, and that includes robots for more dangerous tasks underground, artificial intelligence that could predict where accidents are more likely to occur. And just last week, we saw 2 government bodies launching a new initiative to test some of these mining robots in 7 key areas. And this is leading to efficiency gains of over 20% already in state-owned mines. But the challenge in implementing these new technologies really is one of scale and legacy, because about 15 years ago, Shanxi had over 2,600 small and often dangerous private mines. The government consolidated those to about 900 mines and mostly state-owned operations. So ensuring that safety technology reaches this corner of a transformed industry remains critical, and tragedies like this one is a key reminder of why.
Jen, thank you. Our correspondent Jen Copestake.